Hip-hop and R&B's always been Calgary's, ugly stepchild.
A year of beats, rhymes, and Black lives. A pandemic pulled hip-hop and R&B artists off stage, but Black voices were amplified after the traumatic death of George Floyd.
And there's a hunger to rebuild culture here in Cowtown, a city where traditionally country and the Calgary Stampede have enjoyed all the privileges.
Our crown jewel is our theater.
Benny Johnson is launching this multi-use space for artists soon. The local hip-hop pioneer has been showcasing talent for almost a decade through 10 and 10 music and culture events, paving the way for Black music in a city known as Cowtown. And it wasn't always easy.
A lot of those events were heavily policed, or they weren't allowed to happen just because it said hip-hop. So again, if I'm going to do an outdoor event or an indoor public event, my insurance would double or triple if I put that hip-hop was the music being played. So, and understanding that to say, okay, how do we navigate this new future? It's like, well, let's see what the Stampede's allowed to do.
Many are waiting to see how the Calgary Stampede will operate, but it's not a true barometer for other events. Cowboys and country bask in freedoms like expanded liquor service, arts and culture grants, and other privileges. KL went from stages like this,
people who are marching next to Proud Boys and Klansmen,
to standing with protesters as a leader with Black Lives Matter YYC.
My brothers, my king!
At this point in time, we were really active as activists. So that's what kind of seeped its way into the music.
It's no surprise for a genre that's been protesting police violence and racism for decades.
Because there's so many people on their phones and on the internet, that's why some of these cases are being brought up. And people are surprised that, they're finding out about all this racial tension, not realizing that it never stopped. It's just being recorded.
But conversations about race are also creating opportunities with new grants specific to R&B and hip-hop.
And it's going to be a lot more multicultural and a lot more accepting due to the protests of 2020. There's a big change coming, and we won't have problems finding work when we get back.
From YYC to the whole wide world.
In Calgary, Laderas, City News.